Hello, darlings. So I doing a little clean up. Don't want to leave dirty dishes. Ta-da. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Demon. Hello, hello. Hey, Riley. Hey, loves. Hey, Identity. Hello. How's everybody doing? Just cleaning up a pan real quick. I don't like to leave dishes and whatnot. Exhausting, but I'm doing okay. I was finally able to actually get signed up. Right. As is the dress, funny enough. It is a very sanguine day. Oh, I forgot to grab a sip. Cold brew brown sugar latte. Oh, red is definitely a good color on me. Sorry, I am exhausted. I have been applying to everything and doing a bunch of stuff, trying to get ready to do the candle blessing tomorrow, because of what is it, the Mars solar eclipse. So yeah, that should be fun. Dried out some orange peels. I got my candles squared away, more or less. Although I do need to pick up a black candle in short order if possible. Don't worry, give me a bit. I'll grab the dentures and everything. I just need a hot minute to sit down and decompress. Hello, hello. How you doing, Queen? Got the photo shoot done that I wanted to get done. It's the first that I've actually done of that kind, so here's to hoping. Oh no, not the migraines. Oh, I hate those things. Thank you. Ooh, that does have a nice brown sugar taste. Right, and it's all suns and moons. Has a kind of cute little witchy vibe to it. Yeah, I got signed up for DoorDash, and finally, oh my god, I swear I was on for so long today trying to get that set up. Yay! Hey, Carly! Don't worry, we literally just started. I just cleaned up a dish and grabbed a little something to drink. Yay! Honestly, I'm hoping that I can get a few other things up and running. But like right now, like DoorDash, I'm like, that needs to be a thing so that I can pay rent. It was. It really, really was. It really, really. I'm feeling super they them. So, if at all possible, just avoid the things that are incredibly gender centric. If you know what I mean. No AC in Texas plus the heat. Yeah, that'll definitely do that to you. Just Heat is not great when it comes to migraines. Ooh, that is good. So I got the cold brew brown sugar latte. Ooh, we do love new glassware. Like, oh, I like the pretty ones. I like the ones that are very very decorative. Yeah, you can always have your stock and standards, but I love something that looks like the person who crafted it really put some art, some soul, some dedication into it, if you know what I mean. But yeah. So, hot one place and then blizzarding other places. My goodness. It's super tasty. It's very brown sugar forward, which I appreciate. It's got that kind of rich molasses taste, and it's really nice. It's not overly creamy. I was hoping to get like a good foam at the top of it, but it doesn't really foam up. So yeah, just wearing a dress. It's a little bit chilly. There has been major wind, major wind today. So yeah, I put on the robe early because I'm like I don't feel like being cold. I kind of want to struggle cuddle right now, but that's a whole different thing. Like, I need the warmth, and I needed, like, a little bit of that pressure on me. Honestly, I wish I had, like, a lead vest or something just to give me that firm pressure. Or weighted blanket. That's what I'm like, lead vest? No, wait, that's when I'm at the dentist's office. Weighted blanket. That's what I meant. Yeah, I'm West Coast. I'm in Southern California, kind of that Torrance Lomita area, and yeah, yeah, it is. Woo, howling wind, absolutely howling wind. Mmm, it's really good. Picked it up at H Mart. Grabbed a little bit of fruit to go with. I got some bananas, some oranges, or tangerines, I should say. Um, grabbed one of these. Yeah. Used to work in the ER. Right? Well, and when you have that lead vest on, or when you have that weighted kind of vest on you, it does something to just really help you calm down. I am scheduled to start on Sunday, so I'll still be doing the candle blessing tomorrow. I'll still be on for at least a while. Uh, but yeah, I'm like, I gotta do something, as well as getting art listed and all that kind of other good stuff. But yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I'm hoping I give a little grace. I think I will be getting a little bit of grace from my landlord, but gotta get things done. So with with dashing, basically you can schedule time. Sometimes you can even just like jump on because there's open space or whatever. And basically you wait around until you get a ping from a restaurant nearby for an order. You go, you pick up the order, and then you drop off the order at the person's residence or wherever they've slated you to go. Usually you take a little picture just to show that you put it by the doorway. A lot of people will ask for like no contact, which I'm perfectly okay with, and you make sure that if you ever are a delivery person, make sure you set your packages outside the radius of the door, because if not, there's really no way for a person to get out unless they have to go all the way around the house, which just sucks. But yeah, after you drop it off, you get paid, and it goes into a pool. Usually at the end of the day, you can take it out, or if you want to, you can wait for like an entire week and they pay out. But yeah, yeah, no, I did DoorDash for like 2 years a little while back, and I learned real quick, real quick. Not even because anybody told me, but I was just like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna. So yeah, I'm pretty efficient. Uh, you can turn down offers and whatnot. Sometimes the pay on them is really awful. I try to set a bare minimum limit of like $8 per delivery. Sometimes they will try and go, oh, well, you know, it's only 4, but maybe you'll get more if they tip you. I'm like, why aren't you just telling us what they are tipping us now? That way I'm not playing this guessing game. Because more often than not, I am talking like 95% of the time, when it said, oh, they'll probably tip you more later, it was like 50 cents. So if they got you for, you know, it's a $4 one, but maybe they'll tip you more, it'd be like, oh, 50 cents is what you were hiding. 50 cents is what you weren't telling us about. So instead of getting $4, I got $4.50. Are you shitting me? So I try and set a bare minimum for like, okay, we're gonna do $8. Yeah, yeah. Well, and I mean, I don't even hardly blame people who are ordering. I blame that on DoorDash, because DoorDash will, you know, put all these fees on ordering, and then people think those fees are going to the drivers, and they're not. So I did the math once, and they were taking roughly 60 or 70% of all the fees, leaving the driver with about, you know, 30%, roughly. And then here's the other thing, is they would also be charging the restaurant a fee to go with. So they're raking it in. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I'm like, just tell me how much it is. Let me just actually decide for myself, well informed, you know. So yeah, I've had some terrible ones, but I've also had some really good ones. I've had some really, really good ones. Trying to remember, I don't remember if it was a holiday or something, but somebody ordered like this two, 3 massive bag order from like Red Robin's, basically a sit down restaurant. And you know, I grabbed everything, I double checked everything, made sure that they had, you know, everything that was on the order was in the bags before they sealed it. I'm like, okay, sticker it shut, and then had to like drive up into the hills, basically, dropped it off, and guy came out, greeted me and everything. He took the bags and he's like, oh, here, by the way, thank you so much for doing this. You know, I know it's a long drive. And I'm like, oh yeah, thanks. So I looked at, he handed me $20, like just $20 cash. And then he added another like $20 on the app as a tip. And I'm like, thank you. Hell yeah. Finally chopped your hair today. Ooh. Isn't it always that way? Like, you're like, yeah, the hair's looking kind of scraggly, but I don't know if I want somebody touching it. And then, yeah, you get it trimmed up and you're like, oh, damn. Oh, okay, this is what the curls are supposed to look like. Okay. And again, I don't quite blame the customer, because the customer doesn't always know what, you know, what DoorDash is doing. Give me half a second. I am downloading a bunch of the lives so that I can put it up on YouTube. Yay. But yeah. Oh God. Yeah, don't even get me started on old women. Although, you know what, I'll take the old ladies over the creepy dudes. Like, any day. Oh man. Ooh. Some of the guys. And I'm lucky that I am a short, stocky build, plus I tend to dress in very neutral clothing. Ugh. Oh, they don't care. But like, if I don't see it as being worthwhile to make that drive in the first place, I'm probably not gonna go and pick it up, because they always lowball it and they're like, we'll give you $4. I'm like, if you're giving me like $3-4, then I know that they probably did not tip, and they probably will not tip. I picked up a $70 order of sushi once. And it said in the thing, you know, I'll tip cash when you get here. Because it was like a $3 or $4 kind of thing. And I'm just like, well, I'm picking up this other thing as well. It was a dual order, so I grabbed the one thing, I dropped it off, and literally his was like the next house or two down. So like, okay, dropped off the one, went over, dropped off his, and nothing. Motherfucker ordered $70 worth of good sushi and tipped nothing. I never step inside. I never step inside. Trust me, I firmly plant my feet, especially on steps. I firmly plant my feet on steps, and I'm like, and we're here, we're setting it down at the edge, we're taking the thing, and I am out. I don't ever step inside somebody's home. I have only ever stepped inside of, I think, 2 homes. One person was like hospital level, you know, just got back from surgery, and they're like, I'm coming, the door is open, I'm so sorry, it's gonna take me a minute. I'm like, I crack the door open, I'm like, are you okay? And they're like, I just got back from surgery. I'm like, don't get up, it's fine. Where would you like me to set this for you? And I'll set it down. I had a good clear, you know, I could see all of the room. The person was non-threatening at all, and they were super like, I'm so sorry. You're good. Set it down right next to him, went, have a very nice day, and then on back. Hello. Trust me, I had like, I think a 4.95 rating for 2 years. So I was fast, I was communicative, I always had, you know, service with a smile. I made sure that nothing was ever blocking the door. Like, yeah, I made sure that it was good to go. Oh, thank you, darling. Hello. How's everybody doing? Let me grab some tarot cards. Hey. But yeah, hopefully I can get some bills paid, get a little catch-up done, and maybe that'll give me a little bit more time and room, so when I am doing my verified sites, I won't be like stressing out as I'm building an audience there. Oh, that sucks. That's not cool, Kimmy. I wish there weren't awful drivers out there, because I recognize there are awful customers, but there are also awful drivers. Like, the only customers I really don't like are the ones that don't tell you that they're in a gated community. They don't leave your name at the gate, and then give you attitude when it takes time to get to them. Well, you know, you can just walk, or you can just park in, like, the guest parking. It's like, dude, if you haven't noticed, your guest parking is literally 2 micro slots, and they are full. They are full. Well, you can just double park in the red zone. Are you gonna pay that parking ticket for me? Are you gonna pay the tow trucks to get my car back? Are you out of your mind? You're in a locked community. I've got to have like a 10-minute walk in front of me, and you want me to just park in a double? Like, what? Yeah. So yeah, I secured some DoorDashing here. I gave myself a little bit of a schedule. I try not to work more than about 6 hours per day, just so I can get my endurance back up, you know. I have told them that. I'm like, if I can't get in the gate because there is no, you didn't give me the gate code or this, that, and the third, then I have to leave it here at the gate. If you'd like to, you can meet me out here. I can wait for like 2 minutes. But yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hey, how's everybody doing? I know I don't have the dentures in yet. It's been a day. It's been a day. But I got some stuff done, and yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes! That part, Talia. I did sign up for Instacart. They were full on shoppers, but they put me on the wait list. I keep hearing that it's a pretty good payout. DoorDash does have a shopper option as well. And I'm really good at doing the shopping thing. My mother, one of the few things that I will admit that she did right, my mother used to take me on the grocery shopping trips. So I got real used to, walking an aisle, looking overhead, finding where stuff is, going, and then like grabbing the very specifics of, whatever they need, whatever they want. Same thing when it comes to like picking out fresh produce and whatnot. I am incredibly picky about fresh produce, so they are going to get the best quality, not just whatever quality is at hand. If all of the tomatoes or all of the avocados look really rank, I'll be like, I know you wanted one large one, but all the large ones are rock hard. I've got a couple of nice, ripe, small ones. Would you like to substitute? Hey. Definitely feeling comfy. Got some photo shoots done yesterday, a little bit of video taking as well. I got a little bit of editing. I got editing done today. I got some downloading from the lives done. I'm trying to get caught up before there might be some weirdness in April. If this place catches on fire again, head over to YouTube first to find me, and I will try and leave a breadcrumb trail of where we're gonna go from there. But yeah, definitely make sure you have me over on YouTube, and then we can kind of go from there. But yeah. Honestly, I hope my verified sites start picking up, honestly, because I think that would be a much better fit for what I would like to do and who I am as a person on a lot of levels. So, yeah. I hate Lemonade. Lemonade feels like a slightly sunnier version of Insta, and it is. It's like Pinterest and Insta had a kid, and it's not really conducive. Hey, Ivana, how you doing? Hi, Playful, how you doing? Apparently, it's like April 5th, which, funny enough, is when the big nationwide protest is set to happen. A lot of the 92% are going to be staying our asses home. But we do request that people who are privileged, who have a lot of clout, who are palm-colored, if you could make that extra effort to actually be out there and apply pressure and coordinate and get things done, that would be absolutely fantastic. A major reason we're staying home, we've been screaming for years shit's going sideways. B, the last time we organized and got out there in 2020, the powers that be decided that was threatening, and they used some very, very severe force. So we know if we showed up in numbers, they would use that as an excuse to be incredibly violent. I mean, look at how many times a BLM protest was told that, oh, well, y'all were looting and you were destroying property, and the protest was like over here in this part of the city, and then a bunch of palm-colored supremacists were over like 2 miles away raiding and robbing, or they caught oink oink doing the looting, the breaking, and sometimes even arson of all things. So it's just like, dude, in this day and age where everybody has cell phones and you thought you were going to get away with that? Like, what? Yup. Yeah, yeah. This is definitely an ADHD cast. I am firmly neurodivergent. I always need some sort of fidget, so I usually have tarot cards, or or my newest fun acquisition, because I didn't realize it was going to be what it was going to be. My newest pendulum, and yes, it's actually a very very accurate pendulum so far. I just find it funny that it's an Italian rosary as well. Oh, heck yeah. Won $35 at the casino. Right. Oh, yeah. Ran myself a little bit ragged today, getting technical and paperwork done, but overall not bad. I'm going to try and get myself up at 6 a.m. Pray for me. I'm going to try and get up at 6 a.m. so I can catch the solar eclipse at sunrise. And then, oh, thank you. And then we'll do a candle blessing probably a little bit closer to noon. Absolutely love that noise. I swear, if I was making more money on the regular, I would have them go ahead and chop it and just give me a long nail. I am becoming absolutely obsessed with like 2-inch, 3-inch long stilettoed nails. They just, oh, they look so good. Oh, apparently there's a flash goal I'm supposed to be doing here. Okay, 9 gifters, 1 heart puff each, apparently is our flash goal. There we go. So, shall I go grab my dentures? Let me see. I think I have... Let me make sure that I've got glue on hand. Yep, I got glue on hand. So, let me go grab dentures and we can start putting stuff together. I don't think I'll be getting into corset today because right now I am just too tightly strung and feeling very 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 gender neutral. So I don't want to stress myself out, as it were. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've seen people who they will get basically they cut their natural nail short and then they paint the inside, or before you put on a clear coat, they basically paint the inside or the underside, then put on a clear coat and then do another layer of a different color polish on top of that. So on one side you'll get like this, but then like on the underside on a crystal nail, you'll get like gold or cloisonne or, you know, just all these really, really fun, wonderful colors, textures, artwork. I absolutely love it. I think one of the nail artists I follow here, I want to say that their name is V, as in VEE, did these beautiful cloisonne vase style nails. So it looked like cloisonne, like a blue and white vase with a little bit of gold woven into it, and then on the other side they had this really gorgeous like scene that they did across their nails, and it was it's glorious. It was so gorgeous to watch. Thank you so much for the heart pop. Wow, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. I don't know why I thought that was a 2. Holy shit, that was a... Thank y'all. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Once I get to a longer length, once I get to like a really long, like, I want to say roughly 3 to 4 inch level, then I would probably go in and have them do a specialty set of nails with like different scenes or something painted on the inside and then also on the outside. Although I've been over on that little... My goodness, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, now it's a duel. I'll wait for a quick break and then I'll go grab the dentures and we can throw those in. I remade the fangs. I went with a slightly larger saber style, right? Thank you so much. And yeah, this is just me. This is just Sanguine. This is not the in a bathery persona. Ooh, suddenly very warm. But yeah. And of course, we've got tarot cards on deck. But as always, and it's only $5 per card, so feel free. There are blinks in Lyle. There are plenty of ways to find me. I'm going to try and... Everything is taking a little bit longer, mostly because downloads and stuff. But I'm going to try and get all of my socials and whatnot figured out by tomorrow, and they will be over on Mayhem Market. So Mayhem Market is going to be my physical goods shopping place, I guess you could call it. I will have my artwork listed there. I will have the clothing that I make listed there. And everything I'm making is like one of a kind. Thank you, ADHD. Damn you, ADHD. Hopefully by Sunday I will have a commission list open for corsets. Oh yes. Oh yes. Let me go grab the dentures, and then we can grab some artwork to go with. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give me just a second. We're going to get these popped in. Oh, no. Darling, you're fine. You are absolutely fine. Trust me. Ask anybody who's been around for a while. You are just fine. Okay. Perfect. Let me get the teeth in. So for those who don't know, I know some people are a little bit new to me. I had all of my teeth removed a little over a year ago now. And they were crumbling. There was just a lot of other stuff going on. And for me, it was going to be healthiest to just get everything removed. I only ever seem to wear my upper. I need to get back into a dentist and ask them, okay, how much is it going to be to have an actual dedicated pair of dentures? Because I love my temps and everything, but they do need to be replaced. So now that I finally secured a DoorDash job, as well as working on other platforms and other revenue streams and whatnot, I think, yeah, it'll be time to get some actual dentures. Okay, one card pull. We can do that. And then let's get the fangs in so I can actually speak correctly. I know, most people are like, what do you mean fangs in? There you go. I used a slightly larger piece than normal just to see if I could get it a bit more steady. And not show off quite so much pink, because I noticed that when I do them petite and thin, it's really easy to see the fixidant. That's right, some fangs for sang. There we go. That feels better. So, the temporary ones were made based off of a cast when my teeth were still in my head. After they took out all the teeth, your bone remodels itself and sometimes you'll get gum shrinkage or you'll get remodeling and whatnot. So it won't be a perfect fit. And it's a very hard acrylic that they start out with. With permanent dentures, I think it's a slightly different material. And I've learned if I add Dentach to my dentures, it actually creates a very nice cushion, makes them like actually stand really well. So my fangs, I'm actually most comfortable speaking with them in. So I know people go, "Do you have fangs in?" I'm like, "Yep, I have fangs in." I actually speak much more clearly with them in because I am much more hyper aware of where my mouth is. But thank you. I want to say that I got the dress from Shein. I've had it for several years now. Say what you will about, Shein and fast fashion and all, but I'll tell you right now, their stuff actually holds up. It's actually decent material for not too much. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, no. There's a little bit of everything. Now, yeah. Hello. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me mix the cards so that I can do the card pull. So it's only $5 per card. The blinks are in Lio. So you can, if you purchase one card, it's like $5. If you purchase like 10 cards for a full Celtic Cross, that's like $50. I will be setting up over on Mayhem Market so that you can do request private reads, and we'll coordinate as to where you want to go, what you want to do. But they do allow messaging there. So if you pay there, I should be able to just message you with your reading directly. Or if you'd rather do like a FaceTime kind of thing, we can do a FaceTime kind of thing. We just got to figure out which app we want to go through and do that. Hello, friend. How are you, Sony? Oh, you're welcome. You are welcome. I've got Shadowscape, Steampunk, Klimt, Lover's Path, and Mucha. So I've got a lot of decks. The favorite, especially the crowd favorites, seem to be Shadowscape because it is just brutally honest, and Steampunk because it's a little bit boisterous. But yeah. Hi, Sonny. No worries, no worries. I understand. Trust me, I understand. Aw. Well, I am here for you, friendo. We can get you a read done. And there's no shame in getting like a 1-card read. You don't always have to go for the big 10-card reads. Like, get a few cards, get 1 card. It's all good. Favorite song from a TV show? See, I always think of theme songs. And it would be Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. The original one, not second and third. The original Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex anime. I absolutely adore that intro theme song. It is so operatic. It is so well done. It is just fantastic. I think we got 3 minutes left for 2 more people who have not gifted a puff heart to gift 1 puff heart. That'll get me over my goal for my flash goal that TikTok likes to set for us. Yeah. Okay, so for the 1 card pull, that is paid for lovingly. Ooh, King of Cups. Danke. Okay, we've got another 1 card. Pardon. So, King of Cups. He's sitting and waiting. Because I think he's waiting for the sales pitch. When I say he, that is a very general statement. This is much more universe, entity, behind the scenes, not a physical person. Universe is just waiting for your sales pitch. Just waiting for you to actually put out there what you want, but with detail. You've asked, like, kind of in passing, oh, you know, I want a little of this. Hey, you know, I want a little of that. Oh, you know, could I get this? Oh, you guys got me there. Thank you. Back on track. Yeah, you've been asking for general things. But the universe wants you to actually give the elevator pitch, not just the, you know, I've thought of a good idea and I'd like to be, you know, I'd like to go to Disneyland. And, like, it needs more detail. So, put in the time and effort, like, write it down specifically what you want from the universe, and maybe even suggest a couple of avenues of how you want things to come towards you or how you want to be able to move down that path. They're willing to give it to you, they just don't want to hand it to you and have you go, oh no, I can't use half of this. They're like, oh, but you asked for this, and this is what we're gonna give you. And they're like, oh shit. And they're like, could you have been more specific? So be specific, write it down, get some detail in there, and it'll make it much easier for the universe to actually kind of hand it towards you. It's not going to be all roses, it's not going to be all peachy, but you will get a much, much smoother delivery. Because, you know, for the most part, the King of Coin, he's pretty chill dude overall. But yeah, like, detail. Detail is so key that it just keeps coming back. Detail, write it down. Detail, write it down. Like, give it an inroad. And part of that is being able to, like, set your intention and have a decently clear path in your mind. And that's what the universe is asking for. If not, you're going to get something a little bit slapdash, a little bit chaotic. And that doesn't seem to go over well for you, my dear. I want to say that was for Amy. I believe Amy was the first person who paid. Okay. You are welcome. And then we've got Megan, and then I think we have Sonny as well. You're welcome, dear. So for people who asked, I'm so sorry that I didn't answer sooner. If you go to the Blinks and Lio right up there, it's $5 per. You can go, you pay, and then come on back, and we do the read live. Do I believe in reincarnation? Yeah. I don't know if I believe it in the whole soul sense. Like, you die, your whole soul goes somewhere, and then the whole thing gets put back. I think it's much more, sometimes you get splinters, sometimes you get pieces, reforming, redoing. Because I think each time your soul grows a little bit more because of the experiences. And, you know, if you're aiming for nirvana or a oneness overall, you have to keep making room for that growth and making room for that improvement. So it makes more sense to splinter things about, and then as they are put into a new vessel, have room in that vessel for the new experiences. If not, you're just going to be reliving the same thing over and over and over again without much room to learn and grow and develop. But that's me. That's me. Let me close the window. I'm sorry, didn't realize there was going to be the other possible pendants. I think I still want to contact my friend and just see if I can meet up with him for a day and see if he can just do a simple yet decorative wrap. Listen to how he talks about them. If any man talks about somebody who's not in his same ethnicity, he usually has some tells, some giveaways in the way he talks about others versus people who are more like him. And if he is being degrading or dismissive or just, oh, you know, those kind of women, da 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 da. If he's tearing his kin down, it's more than likely he fetishizes others. Versus, wow, you know, you're just so lovely, you're pretty, I love how intelligent you are, you really get me, this is awesome, I love that we have so much in common. If he's just kind of focused on you and just you as a person, he appreciates you. If he's pointing out very specific, especially very stereotypical things, that's an objectification right there. Oh, you have tiger's eye around your neck. Nice. I know, right? Well, I only have my nails done every couple of weeks, so I'm hoping next time around to do like a honey colored. I'm also kind of growing on the idea of like a matte finish instead of a shiny finish. Right. How people act and react and who they decide to build up versus who they decide to tear down can honestly show you a lot about that person. So next up we got Megan. Sorry, Key and Peele. It's a Key and Peele joke. And also it goes the same almost across the board. When it comes to women, it's a little bit trickier because there are some combinations where you can again, you'll pick up on the stereotypical whatnot, but sometimes they're of equal social level. So sometimes it's a little harder to pick up if they are just enamored with certain people or if they are like enamored with certain people. I want to be free. I'm so sorry. Oh, and if you are a subscriber, if you haven't already, make sure that you ask for your card pull. Want to break free. Oh, hello. The Magician. So, Major Arcana. Not the first card of the deck, but one of the first cards in the deck. So, the Magician... pardon. The Magician... So their magic is more... It's more practical than people usually think of it. They can make something from nothing, but it's usually because they already had that card, you know, tucked up their sleeve. They're good at making things happen. They're good at bringing something out of nothing, out of, you know, pulling that party trick. But you can't overplay the hand, or else sometimes you get a little sloppy, or sometimes if you do a trick enough times, they start seeing where the sleight of hand happened. So, feels like somebody's like, oh my god, I thought you were so magical, and then I saw how the trick worked. They didn't actually see how the trick worked. They just think they know how what you are doing works, and you're like, that's not how that happens at all. That's not at all. That's not how that works. But, this person is convinced, and it feels almost like their adoration for you was based off of you being able to pull off a trick seamlessly, being able to make things happen without ever letting anybody else know what's going on. And now they're acting a little bit like a snotty child. But you're gonna pull a David Copperfield, and it's really gonna shut their mouth. So keep being your magical self. Keep doing what you do. Keep creating, especially creating happiness around you for other people. But whoever this kind of snot-nosed person is that is just trying to yap at you, trying to go, just trying to, it's not even like they're doing it like, it's not like they're doing it viciously, it's not like they're trying to do it mean, but they cannot help but express how smart they are and how they know how this trick is done. They know how you work. And you're like, no, you don't. No, you don't. So yeah, just keep doing what you do. Maybe give that making something appear kind of thing. Give that an extra beat. Give them an extra beat, an extra little pause, and then present. You are so good at what you do. It's almost comical that this person thinks that they have you pegged, because they don't. They don't. They don't. And I think you kind of like being a little bit mysterious. I don't, again, if with the ADHD, if I sit still for any amount of time, the fidgets come in, and so, yeah, I will, this happens, or like the party tricks happen, all that kind of good stuff. And if we get to 10K, I will do one of the party tricks. So yeah. Oh, I used to do baton in like grade school, junior high. I also played flute. And I was gifted, like literally in the gate classes. There are days I wonder how I ever got out of school. You were a ballerina? I only made it to, like, they only let me stay in ballet till I was about 6 years old. Then I started getting these growth spurts, and they're like, you're growing too fast, and you are too chunky to be a ballerina. I'm like, eat a dick. I'm going to gymnastics. They got trampolines. I grew up in the 80s and 90s. Trust me, it was absolute hellacious. I was 5'4" by about 4th grade. I was 2 inches taller than my teacher. So yeah, like my parents are like, oh my god, they're gonna play pro basketball. They're gonna play pro basketball. This is gonna be amazing. And then I only grew about another 3/4 inch from 4th grade to like high school. And I'm like, yeah, oh shit, I'm short. 5'2", yes. We're like, I'm tall. No, not so much, not so much. I'm like, I'm average height now. Which means, like, dudes who are 5'8" tremble before me. And the ones who are like 6'3" are like, oh, you're so cute. And I'm like, I will take your kneecaps out. I will harm you. Oh. Okay, that's coming out. All of 5'5" with my shoes on. Anybody who's about 5'10" and above thinks that I'm just, oh, aren't you cute? Of course, I finally did like one of those height challenges where I put the phone up above, and I put it up at Koenig's height, Call of Duty. He's like 6'10", and I put that phone up there at the 6'8" mark, 6'10" mark, and I'm like, oh my, I look like a toddler. I look so tiny. If it wasn't for the fact that I am so busty in my corsets, oh My God. I don't need to be taller. I don't need to be... Nah, we don't need to be tall. We learned how to climb. We learned how to just scale shit. We learned how to get up to those high cabinets without actually needing somebody else's help. And then we also learned how to jump from the top rope, so... I don't need to be taller. Okay, my knees probably wish I was a little taller because that jumping off the counter bullshit. Don't worry, Sonny. I'm just mixing the cards. Which one of them already decided to pop out, so... Oh my God. 5'1", but the boss loves to put shit up high. 6'3". Damn you 6'3" bastards. Although, boy, when they get to be about 6'5", you're like, yeah, yeah, I can claim it. I can claim it. I can claim it. It's annoying as shit, though, because they will put something all the way at the very back of, like, a cabinet or all the way back part of the shelf, and you're like, really? Really? You couldn't even put it at the edge? Maybe I could, get a quick step stool. No, you had to put it at the absolute backside. Absolute backside of a frickin' shelf. Are you? Motherfucker. I'm doing okay. I'm a little ragged, mostly because I got a lot of stuff done. I am feeling incredibly gender neutral, so they, them, please, and thank you. Now that's the fun one. That is definitely the fun one, because I don't see it. And even if they do see it, they got to get all the way down. They got to reach all the way to the back. Then get all the way back up. So yeah. Thank you. So. Knocking things over. So. Nope. The only other profile I currently have is private. It is not public. So yeah, that is not me. And especially if you ever find somebody is contacting you about spiritual matters, tarot card readings, God told me. The moment you hear anything that has Christian undertones to it, that is not me. I'm ex-evangelical. I have a lot of religious trauma. Okay. Ah, okay. So we're gonna move some things around just a touch. Because we're gonna do basically Celtic cross style. Jeez, they are getting aggressive, aren't they? Yes, I do have different tarot decks. Like, we've got the Shadowscape, which is very forthright, very brutal, blunt, and honest. Where did I literally... Oh, there we are. We've got the Steampunk decks. That one is a little bit more upbeat, a little bit more... Go get him. Right? And I mean, hey, if you were going out and you were getting readings from other tarot card readers or other sensitives, mediums, that kind of... I have no problem with that. I got zero problem with it. I can't stand it when people roll into your DMs and pull that stuff, because those are grifters, those are scammers, and they're really detrimental to the community as a whole. So... Okay, so that is the Chariot, crossed by the Queen of Cups, Ace of Swords, oh, Four of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Oh, Page of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. Nine of Wands. Ooh, you got a lot of wand energy. Yeah, Wands, Pentacles, a little cup and sword, but mostly you have like wands and pentacles. Right? Yeah. And you know what? Never give it to them. Never give it to them. Never. That or give them the wrong information. I can usually tell when somebody is bullshitting me about their sign. It's just a feeling I get. So, yeah. Give them false information, tie them in knots. Waste their time, by all means, if you want to. So the heart of the matter for you, Sonny, is the Chariot. And the Chariot usually symbolizes knowing where you're going, being able to like drive down that path. You're able to take, real sharp corners. You know that path back and forth, back of your hand. You know what you're doing. You can practically drive a razor's edge. You've done this thing so many times. But you also recognize the peril of this particular path because it's narrow. And when it's a narrow path, you know that too much derivation one side or another can cause issues. You can go a little off-roading or accidentally break an axle. So like you understand the peril and you weigh it carefully. And that's only, again, it is reinforced by the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups also leads a very moonlit type path. And it's one that has opportunity, but it's opportunity that usually comes with a bit of mentorship. It is not a path that is meant for everyone. But it is a path that, for those who are bold enough, those who are clever enough, those who are willing to stick to it, because it is a moonlit path, meaning sometimes it has more, sometimes it has less. It waxes, it wanes. There's a lot going on, and you can't go tilting at shadows. If you can stay, again, if you can stay on that narrow path, if you can keep going and stick with that mentor, there's a lot of good that comes out of it. And it's definitely leans much more towards the esoteric, the metaphysical. I think half of this read belongs to this side of the veil, and then other part of the read belongs to the other side of the veil. So there's, it's a little bit of a lot. Ace of Swords is recent past, so new opportunities and ways to communicate, a better way to cleave. Don't mind if I do. There's a lot of rebirth, a lot of newness, a lot of setting out on a journey. And this feels a lot like finding a better way to communicate, becoming more specialized, more skilled, more refined in how you go about things. And it was a good journey. It was needed. It was wanted. You've put in your time, the study. You've definitely dedicated a lot of energy to refining. I don't know why it's saying refining that rake path, R-A-K-E, and rake not like a garden implement, but rake like somebody who's a little bit dashing, a little bit swashbuckly. Person who has a bit more finesse with their words and can sway more gently. Dread Pirate Roberts from Princess Bride is the thing that comes to mind. Now let's look at the top and bottom. Bottom of the matter, the subconscious, the thing that is not seen, is the Four of Pentacles. And it is you building and rebuilding. I'm getting more of the rebuilding. And that is definitely on a more of a spiritual level. So maybe you overspent yourself a little bit much in the past, and now you're just, okay, we're starting a new thing, gotta build up, gotta actually concentrate, focus on making sure that I have a full coffer before I give too much to others. Because you know what burnout is like, to say the least. As noted by the Eight of Wands in reverse. Eight of Wands is very much, okay, I have my intention set, I'm going to go that direction, let's go. Like, ready, set, fire. In reverse, it feels a bit more scattershot. And it feels like you're trying not to repeat that same scattershot style. You're like, ha 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 ha, why do I always feel all over the place? I need to refine the technique. I need to be a little bit more concise in my intentions, and especially putting my intentions out into the world, because if not, you get literally spread across the field, and then you don't do nearly as much good, to say the least. I'm luckily not getting strong stress from it, but it is a matter of you're being far more intentional with this journey because you have a very clear goal that you want to get to, but you recognize the things that did not work the last time or last couple times that you tried. Page of Cups. So Page of Cups is headed future side. Page of Cups and the Queen of Cups actually feel connected. But it doesn't feel like they're talking. It almost feels like a boss and like a boss and their assistant, person who's in charge, person who's supposed to be taking orders, taking cues, like running PA, the day-to-day. But it feels like this particular Page of Cups is not fully present in their job. And this feels like a physical world person. It feels like they're not quite fully there. They've got other things that are going on. They've kind of checked out. So every time you're trying to like interact with them to, get information, to make sure that you've got, your calendar set, to make sure that you're going in the right direction, it feels like it's over there somewhere. It feels like you're having to sit down and do extra work when they should have already taken care of that for you. So it's getting really irritating because you're just like, I'm trying to do my job. Can you please do yours? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And they've got some other stuff that's going on behind the scenes, so it's not like they're being intentionally obtuse, but that's neither here nor there. Because they're not doing their job, it's making it harder for you to function, and it's becoming detrimental. So, how you see the situation is the Seven of Pentacles. Fruit on the vine. Do you let what's going on, especially as far as your own efforts go, Do you let what's going on, sit for a while longer, mature a little bit more, become a little bit richer, deeper, more intense? Because that's when it's best to, pick something that is ripe, is when it's at its full intensity. Or do you cut bait just a little bit? Do you grab something a little bit early? So that you're like, okay, you know what, I got it, it's here, it's in pocket, it serves fine, whatever. You're worried that if you allow the situation that is currently going on, especially with that Page of Cups in reverse, to keep going, that their inattentiveness is going to end up costing you opportunities and accolades and like seeing the true fruition of all of your hard work. In fact, you're kind of worried that with all their dickery, you're going to end up waiting too long, and then everything's just going to spoil and rot. And then you have something that you can't even use for wine. So yeah, it's like, ugh. And yes, I can come out during the daylight. Hence the joy of being 40,000 years old. Other people see it as a little bit of a Queen of Pentacles reversed. So where cups are opportunity, pentacles are usually wealth. Sometimes it's an internal, sometimes it's an external. From the outside perspective, it almost feels like miserly. Feels like, you're polite, but not really giving. There's a sense of stress, of anger, of tension. But a lot of the outside perspective is putting most of the onus on you. Mostly because they don't know anything about that. The PA who is just locking shit up. So yeah, they're like, wow, this person's really intense, and I don't know if the purse strings seem kind of tight. I don't know if I want to ask them for anything because I don't think they're in the mood to give. But again, it's like they don't know all the bits and pieces of everything going on, so they're getting a very tilted bias in this particular one. Seven of Wands is the hopes and fears card. So, Seven of Wands is usually fighting or conflict. Not always just in defense of yourself, but in defense of others as well. And in reverse, it just feels like it's degrading to sniping, passive aggressiveness, just little things back and forth, just a whole lot of grumbling, a whole lot of griping, just little inconveniences back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And like, you're hoping that they would get their shit together. You're hoping that this person would just straighten up so you can do your job and they can do theirs. But yeah, at this point, it just feels like you're nabbing back and forth at each other. And you're not sure exactly how to resolve that. Because you know you're going to have a talk with somebody, but at the same point in time, you're not wholly invested for like a fight. You just need them to do their job so you can do your job. And you're just trying to figure out what's the best way I can go about this so that we can take like a 5-minute break, get some of it out of our systems, and like actually get back to doing what was originally intended in the first place. So yeah, the final outcome. Oh, that sucks. So yeah, the final outcome is leaning towards the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is a little bit impetuous. Especially in the reverse, a little bit impetuous. They're like, I can just, if I sit down, I can slide down this shale hill so so much easier. It'll be really fast. And it's like, dude, if you slide down a shale hill, you're going to take half that hill with you. You're going to get buried under the rubble. This is not your good idea. This is definitely not a good idea. So that impetuousness kind of wants to come through, that brashness wants to kind of come through, and you know that it wouldn't serve in the long run, but at this point you're kind of in that shit or get off the pot kind of mode. I am trying to find some resolution. Because you need to where's the word I'm looking for? You need to retain a professional air. You need to retain the air of authority in a lot of ways. But how do I put it? You need to retain the air of authority, but you also recognize the need to hammer these things out because neither party is really being served as it is, and it's only going to get worse, and there's going to be more griping, more sniping, more backbiting, and you recognize that, especially if this is some sort of a professional setting, that's only going to continue to get worse and get in the way. So there needs to be resolution. Oh, yes. Sorry. Pulled an extra just so I could get a little bit more confirmation. Empress card. So, yeah, you're going to have to take a slightly more authoritative stance. But the Empress can do all things. The Empress can make things appear out of nothing. She can command. She can delegate. She can curry favor and create resolution that is more peaceful without having to always enact authority. So I think that's the big thing, is not having to enact authority to find the right resolution to the situation. So, yeah. Hello, 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 hello. You are welcome, my dear. You are welcome. I'm glad I could help, because, yeah. Luckily, it's a lot of minor arcana. It's not a bunch of major arcana. So, it should be a much more easily resolved situation versus, like, if it was a lot of heavy major arcana, that would be a lot of work. Oh, it's called friendly plastic, aka thermoplastic, and basically you just heat and shape and mold it, and I shape and mold it to my dentures, and I had a little bit, I used a little bit larger piece this time around to give myself fangs that had a little bit more weight, because I noticed when I'm a little bit further away, the smaller fangs kind of disappear or just don't read quite as well. With these in, you can tell what they are from the back of the room. Yay. I'm glad I could help. I'm doing pretty good. Absolutely run ragged. in some good ways. I got stuff done that actually needed to be done, so I'm quite happy, well, and fine by that. So, yeah. No, actually, it's a lot easier for me to speak clearly with my fangs in. When I don't have fangs in, I'm still understandable. But with the fangs in, I actually am much clearer because I'm much more aware of where my mouth is and how it's actually forming words. So, yeah. Aw, thank you, darling. Yes, I know I'm a bit of an oddball. But yeah, I don't mean to be everybody's cup of tea or everybody's shot of whiskey. I just exist. I just exist. Hello. And ADHD, witch, polyamorous, pansexual, gender fluid. I'm a lot of things. So I understand that not everybody's gonna enjoy my brand of whatever. And feeling super gender neutral today, so they, them are definitely the pronouns of the day. I don't even want to have to deal with gender today. Hence the dressing down. But yeah, like, feel free to ask questions. By all means, feel free to ask questions. That's why I actually created these salons and whatnot, so people can come in, you can decompress, you can have a nice little background chatter, so that if you're like studying or getting laundry done or whatever, yeah. And we wander all over the place with the discussions. I have a degree of psych and a degree of fashion design. I go down rabbit holes like nobody's business. I know a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff. And I am a little bit spicy every now and again. So yes. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Now, while the fans are in, I'm not feeling the in a bathroom vibe today. But I like having them in just so I'm a little bit, easier to understand. Yeah. Sometimes it feels like I am doing it all. Well, yeah. I know, darling. I know. I'm sorry. That's not even that. Honestly, that's not even me being arrogant. I get told that often. I do appreciate hearing it all, but yeah. I have hard times taking compliments sometimes. I just got re-signed up to do DoorDash, but I also do artwork. I make clothing. Watercolor and resin are my happy places, especially when it comes to doing like reclaimed art and whatnot. I am working on doing ASMR. I absolutely adore getting my nails done. It actually makes me super happy. I'm going for like length. I do work on some verified platforms. I'm trying to figure out the balance between all of that as I am growing, hopefully, an audience over there as well. And also, it's twofold. I want to be able to grow audiences over on verified places so that A, I know that I'm talking with adults all the time, and B, because I'm able to be much more free with how I speak over there, and I like to talk about certain subjects that are even educationally a little bit more difficult over here to do. So if you go up to the Blinks and Lio, oh god, we made the mark. If you go up to the Blinks and Lio, it is $5 per card. Feel free to have at. There are a couple of different payment methods there, and then once that is done, come on back and I will read you live. I never slide into DMs. I never offer private reads. Be careful. Be safe. Not even just for me, but like if anybody slides into your DMs talking about God and the universe sent me and this, that, and the third, yeah, be super, super, super careful, because that's honestly probably not the creator that you know and love. It is more than likely a person who is trying to prey on you. So, yay. So, shall we do a quick party trick? There's nothing broken, nothing wrong, because if there was anything wrong with this, the trick actually would not work. I'm basically going to take the air out of this. Be very careful if you ever try to do this. If your lip accidentally fits inside of here, you will nab yourself. It is not fun. Yeah, make sure you're pulling with the backside of your throat, not with this part of your lungs, because that can cause a bit of a kerfuffle. But yeah, I will answer your question in just a second. So, So that is finesse. In other words, easy to do, but you have to have a certain meter to it. This, if I would even be able to do it, because, ooh, this one is set up to be very structurally sound. This one is, it's far more strength-based, to say the least. Sorry, making sure that I am paying attention just in case. So, ooh, it is a really nice cold brew brown sugar latte. It's actually really tasty. I figured that out because of my ADHD. Literally over 20 years ago, I happened to have, soda in hand. I had finished it off. I didn't want to just throw it away. I wanted to, crush it flat before I put it in the recycling. And instead of putting it on the ground, I worked out in my head, I wonder if I could suck the air out of it. Yeah. I didn't even think about it. I just went straight for it and sucked the air out of the soda can. And the poor guy next to me was, so conflicted. I have a girlfriend. 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 Now, learning that I could do it with different sizes and definitely different thicknesses of stuff, that took a little bit more, doing. So somebody asked how I learned how to do tarot cards. I did Renaissance Fair for, I want to say decade and a half. And I was stationed across from a tarot card reader booth for a couple of years. And absolutely loved the reads, the way people felt when they come out of that little tent space. I liked that feel. And one day I went over, I got myself a read, and then I've been a practicing witch for about 25 years, so I asked, do you have to be a specialized, or can anybody? And they're like, anybody can do it, because first you start with rote memory. You pick up your deck, you read the book, you learn the meanings, and you keep repeating it till it is just solid in there. And once it's solid in there, start leaning into the gifts that you naturally have. That's going to give a lot more flavor and a lot more accuracy to your reads. So for me, I am deeply intuitive. Sometimes I just know what I know, and I cannot tell you how I know it. I get deep feeling, sometimes five senses kind of stuff, but I rarely get a clear view of somebody's face or time, date, that kind of stuff. I am not that kind of, I don't have clairvoyance in that particular way. He was. I was like, apparently, yes, I am that kind of a temptress, but no, I will not ask you to act on that. Because he was built like a farm boy. Woo. And he drove a Mustang. Look, I was a really cheap date back then. All you needed was a muscle car, and I'd at least hear your elevator pitch. Hey, how you doing, Jody? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anybody needs their cards read, just blinks are in Lio. Feel free to have that. Or if you truly want to, you can always throw me a galaxy on here, and that'll get you a good card pull. Yay. Oh, right. I don't know what it is, but you give me kind of that big farm boy build, and I lose IQ points real quick. My first crush that I can remember, first celebrity crush I can remember, was Christopher Reeves as Clark Kent. Not Christopher Reeves as Superman. I was like, yeah, Superman's cool and everything, but there was something about Clark Kent that was just, oh, yeah. Cute, nerdy, sweet, polite, smart, had them big, thick-ass nerd goggles. well-cut suit. Just, ooh, he was delicious. Absolutely delicious. So yeah, no, I kind of blame my 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 wobbliness around well-built farmhand types to Christopher Reeves as Clark Kent. What can I say? See, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with Superman being like your fave. Yeah, like again, Superman was cool and all. Like him in the super suit, that was cool and all. But there was just something about him as specifically as Clark Kent. I'm just like, he's so dreamy. Cause he was just a Kansas City farm boy. He's always been Clark Kent. Clark Kent is who he is. Superman is the alter ego. Versus like Batman, Bruce Wayne is more or less the alter ego, what everybody gets to see. Batman is who he really is. So yeah, I always appreciated Clark Kent. Because Clark Kent was the one who wanted to make the world better. Clark Kent was the one who would make the world better just by being polite, by being kind, by being courteous, and being smart and telling the truth and trying to bring internal journalistic integrity. So yeah, like to me, of the two of them, Clark Kent, please. I'll take that. I'll take that. And then I got into X-Men, and I'm like, I'll take one of the Wolverine. I will definitely take Storm. Gambit and Rogue, I'm going to let them have each other, but I'm going to watch from afar. Jean Grey can eat the biggest, grainiest, grittiest, hardest bag of rocks on Earth. And then somebody needs to grab her by the ankles and swing her directly into Scott Summers, because fuck them. Fuck them both. Oh my God. I hate them. I hate them so much. I hate them so much. Like, I have an unreasonable dislike of Cyclops and Jean Grey. I can't stand them. I cannot stand them. I despise them. They are so awful. Cyclops, for the longest time, was the ultimate tin soldier. Well, Professor X said. Well, Professor X said. Well, but Professor X said. Shut up. Are you gargling him? Like the fact that you are constantly on the, well, but what did Professor X tell us to do? Can you think for yourself? Like, what the? Dude? You're supposed to be the leader. And every now and again, you have to make an executive decision that might not perfectly align with what Daddy X said. Oh my God. Ugh. Scott. Oh, fucking Jean Grey with her low sugar issues. Just, Scott, I feel a faint. I'm like, bitch, have some orange juice and get up off the ground, for the love of fuck. Hey. How you doing? How you doing, Arena? Right. Oh, Nightcrawler. I both love and hate that they made Nightcrawler a good Catholic, but also literally the most top tier, horny as hell character. Like, I think between him and Logan, like, Logan just has no shame about who he drags himself over and through. Whereas Nightcrawler is, oh, Minkat, I'm so sorry. I will have to repent in the morning. But tonight, it's like, dude, you got a prehensile tail. Let's go. I'm just saying. Tell me she wasn't constantly fainting. I'm just saying. Hey, James. Right. Constantly. Now, I do like Colossus. He was another big Russian farm boy right there. Colossus, tasty. A little bit of a goody two shoes. I kind of want to wreck him just to make him blush. See if I can turn that silver hue red. And I kind of liked his like big brother situation with Kitty Pryde. And then they tried to put him and Kitty Pryde together. And I'm like, she is 16. And he is in his, like, at least mid-20s. No. They have a great, like, adopted brother-sister kind of thing going on where he wants to make sure that she is safe because he lost his sister to hell for a while. And she was just, the ever-lovable, ineffable brat who was just, a little little too flighty for her own good. But, she was learning. She was a kid. You could give her a little leeway because she was not a full adult. Yeah, then when they try to put them together, I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I am glad that they did age her up. And now she's like much more in her mid-20s, I think. Bisexual. Like, actually has some, I wouldn't call them the healthiest of relationships, but like has actually had some pretty decent relationships. She's learned a lot about herself and very much matured as a character, especially in the last couple of years. So I do appreciate that they actually got her out of just being a teenager and gave her her own ship and everything. Hello, how's everybody doing? But yeah, no, she's one of my favorite characters for the quick wit, and also now, dude, she beats wholesale ass. She can throw down. She's vicious too. I appreciate that about her. Like, they really did not shy away from making her a very competent fighter, and I love that. Her and Lockheed. I love little frickin' Lockheed. Magic is cool. She's definitely gone through an interesting journey. I don't like her current iteration, or at least the iteration in the last couple of years, waffles between her being very mature. Thank you. Very mature and like, I've seen everything, grizzled veteran. And then also kind of being like a ditzy dumbass with too much power. And here's the whole thing. She was the Sorcerer Supreme for a while. And I think she still holds the title of Sorcerer Supreme in Limbo. So, for her to be kind of ditzy while also being the Sorcerer Supreme, it's weird that they try and infantilize her. I'm not loving it. Why, thank you. You can find even more of me over on YouTube. Mostly I repost the lives over there. One of these days, I will either get an editor or learn how to edit myself and make it a little bit more cohesive. But yeah. God, who else was I thinking of? Well, Storm is always fine. Oh, and by the way, Storm is African American. Aw, thank you, Sonny. I appreciate that. Hey, boo. Don't worry, I know where everything is. But yeah, Storm is actually African American. She is not strictly African. If you go to the Blinks and Lio, I believe it is Sanguine Bathory on YouTube, if you're just gonna look that up, much like Inna Bathory, the name Bathory. So yeah, Sanguine Bathory is my handle over there. I repost the lives and some of the shorts and whatnot. But yeah. Ooh, making dinner right now. Nice. Having myself a little brown sugar latte. I already had a decent amount to eat today. I did a lot of technical work. But, not too bad, not too bad. Also, I'm going through like X-Men characters and kind of how I think about them, how much I like them and whatnot. I will always have burning eternal hatred for Scott Summers and Jean Grey. I hate them so much. I despise them. They make me unreasonably angry. Oh no. Somebody actually taught me this. So, spell love basically on your stomach. So, L O V and then E. So when you do that, you are actually helping to ruminate the things that are in your stomach, but also in your intestine, and it helps to kind of gently move things to a slightly more comfortable position. I have found it helps. No corset tonight. I am feeling super, super gender neutral. They, them, please and thank you. Yeah, if I try to put a corset on right now, I know that my body will just go, you know what, we're done. And my brain will follow very closely behind. Yeah. I was taught that. I always knew to like rub my stomach kind of like in a circle, but yeah, when you actually put pressure in different directions, it actually helps to move things around. So that is even more effective. But yeah. Hello. How are we doing, my dears? How goes? Okay. Hey B, how you doing? It was busy in a good way, a little bit tiresome. I was finally able to secure a position as a DoorDash driver. So many freaking hoops to jump through with that damn company. So tomorrow I do need to pick up like, oh, actually no, I might already have. I gotta look for it, but I think I might actually already have an insulated bag. So I won't even need to wait. Southern California, hence the particular accent. Hey. Hey, pup. How are ya? I am from Southern California. Every now and again you will hear me drop into a straight up Valley Girl accent. That's what I usually spoke with, especially when I was excited. If you hear more of a posh accent or almost a British-esque accent, it's 1700s colonial-ish. That's my character in a battery. That's usually when I have on full face makeup, getting into the corset, with the fangs and everything going on. That's the, oh darling, how do you do? I also parlay that character into a few other platforms, many of which you need to be verified to be interacting with her. My lives are 18 and over preferred. I have nothing against minors. I just don't really tend to appreciate them in my lives. They don't understand a lot of the humor, a lot of the concepts that I use. But well beyond that, I know that sometimes we get aggressive adults in lives, and I never want a minor to be present as a soft target, because aggressive adults will go after kids because kids are really easy to get flustered. I, on the other hand, am a frickin' old bat. Okay, I'm in my mid-40s, and I have very thick skin and pretty much no shits to give. So, yeah, if you're under the age of 18, please go ahead, see yourself on out. Once you turn 18, it's totally cool if you come back. But if it is found that you are a minor, you will be either asked to leave gently or you will be escorted out gently. Took the lady to a steak dinner date. Ooh, nice. Body was screaming for protein and iron. Yes. I hear you on that. I had carnitas last night with spicy refried beans and rice. Oh my god. Those carnitas were so good, but I so need like about another pound worth of just straight red meat. Just, oh my god. Beef sounds so good right now. I don't know what it is. For some reason, I will forget to eat animal protein for, a couple days on end. And then I'll just be like, damn, you know what sounds good? The entire pig. like, let's just have a lot of meat. Like nothing but. Oh, man. Korean barbecue sounds good right about now. Hello. How's everybody doing? Come on in. This is a little bit of an ADHD channel, a little bit of a odd salon. I want to say that my niches are witchcraft, tarot cards, and then just being a professional yapper. So, yeah, I know, right? It's really cute. It reminds me very much of like old style tarot cards. And yeah, it's really comfortable. It's one of those dresses you can just like throw on and just have at. Actually, really fantastic during the summertime. I will definitely admit that. Thank you. And so, don't ask. Odd need to pull these. Four of Swords, card of stress and worry, but most of that worry is not like clear and present danger, not something that is going to harm you right away, and you do have ways to defend yourself. But yeah, it's a lot of stress, a lot of worry, a lot of tight. And then the Knight of Wands. Oh, she always likes movement, straightforwardness. Again, I love that she's a little bit impetuous, especially as being a wand, but a little bit impetuous. Let's get this thing going. Let's get this thing moving. Wanting to move forward, wanting to move ahead. Has goals and definitely wants to move towards those goals. And then this. Oh, yeah. Get the protein in then. Then this pretty lady, this pretty feminine energy is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a little bit showing off, a little bit limelight. Showing up when you need to be noticed. So apparently we need to get some shit done so we can get noticed. Apparently. Okay, I'm going to take an ever so quick bio break. I will be right back. Everybody get something to drink or something to eat, get a little stretch in. I'll be right back and we can get right back to bantering. So, I'll be right back. Hello, hello. Hello, my darlings. So tomorrow is Saturday, and I think we're going to do like a candle blessing ritual tomorrow. I'm going to start that around noon. So if you'd like to come in, sit in on the ritual, absolutely cool. If you would like to do an offering or donation towards, that is also perfectly fine. Just use the blinks in Lio. Those work just fine. I'll see if I can't find a place outdoors maybe to do it. So we'll only have about 2 hours, I think, with how my battery runs. But yeah. Tomorrow apparently is supposed to be solar eclipse. For North America, I believe it's a solar eclipse kind of in the sunrise part of the day. That's going to be rather early in the morning, decently so. But yeah, I'm going to do a little bit more research on... Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think we're going to do just some regular candle blessings. So probably protection candle and clarity. I got myself white, red, green, blue, and orange. I'm kind of hoping I might have enough time to grab a black candle. I'm doing good. How you doing? I very much appreciate the finger tapping and the sharing and everything that people have been doing. Thank you very much. Hey, Alicia. Doing good. Just sitting here with candles. Watching a little bit. Heck yeah. Heck yes. Goodness, I'm sorry, I don't know where that came out of. I was going to say, for candle blessings, get yourself a little bit of incense, candle of whichever variety you want, and if you have specified ingredients, because have a very particular path that you follow, by all means, get what you need to there. If not, just show up on your side with a candle, some incense of a mild variety, and what you feel best. But also make sure you're bringing an offering with, because you are working with Mars energy and eclipse energy, so making that offering can make the difference. Hey, Red Eyes! Tiresome, but not bad. Got a lot done. I swear, I keep overestimating how much I can get done in a day. It's like I keep forgetting that, oh yeah, I gotta wait for stuff to like fully download and before I can do this, that, and the third, but you know, making headway. And finally got signed up so that I can actually do DoorDash. Hopefully that'll help improve the financial income as I get other stuff up and running, because this running on thin margins things is far too stressful. Right. That part. Hey. Now, if TikTok shuts down or gets really weird, on April 5th or so, find me on YouTube. That's going to be the place where we reconvene for a bit while I figure out where I want to actually go and get set up and do live streaming and whatnot. And if anybody needs cards, blinks are allowed. Feel free to have that. Only $5 per card, and all of that actually really helps me right about now. Thank you. Apparently this is the dress today. This is the dress. Oh, I like Scorpios. Honestly, I don't know what it is about every time I think about a Scorpio. I don't know if I want to date a Scorpio or if I just want to have a nice flirty foray with one. But I adore Scorpios. They're passionate. You know, they put on a good bluff and a good bluster and whatnot. But they're very passionate. They're very open to trying things and doing things with very little judgment about it. But they do tend to push themselves a little too hard and then get a little overwhelmed or burnt out and forget to tell the person they're with that they're a little overwhelmed and burnt out, so they end up ghosting. And it's like, dude, if you needed space, all you had to say is like, my social battery is burned out, and I would have given you a couple days to like go decompress and you know, refill as you need. You didn't need to ghost, because when you ghost people, some of us get really concerned, and then when it turns out that you were fine all along, but you were just avoiding a situation or whatever, then it's like, oh, okay, I'm not doing that every, you know, couple days or couple weeks, because that cycle is incredibly tiresome, and no. So yeah, you know, just, they need to learn to communicate when they're feeling a little burnt out. Hey, Lume, how you doing, darling? if there is one thing I know, and I'm not super great at astrology, but when it comes to the signs, I tend to know them decently well. I'm doing pretty good. Had a very full day, got stuff done. Okay, whose mind am I on? I don't usually yawn this much. My goodness. Even when I'm tired, I don't yawn this much. Well, my darling, I figured that you were the one asking for yourself. Oh, goodness. Right. Fair enough. That or something big is supposed to be coming in. I have a feeling I'm going to have a very interesting dreaming tonight. I'm I'm kind of hoping for it, honestly. As a Libra, you think you've mastered ghosting. For the most part, you don't even have to worry about a Libra. You let them go off and do their thing. They're gonna be wandering around. You're gonna be and then every now and again they'll check in without checking in. They'll make themselves known, just in case, just in case you needed to talk to them. No, okay, I'm gonna ghost again. It's like, bitch, you never left the room. I love you, but you suck at ghosting because you never leave. Oh man. See, I don't tend to ghost on purpose. I'm just a little bit flighty, but I also know that I'm a lot. I am, especially in a relationship, I am a lot. Hence, probably one of the reasons I'm poly. I am a lot. So every now and again, especially if I feel my partner is overwhelmed or might be dealing with too much already, I will take a big old step back. Not because I don't want to be in their presence, but much more so that they do have space. Because I am self-aware that I am chaos walking incarnate. Hey, how you doing, Kaylin? I love that. I love that. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I truly do. Don't worry. I know I know what it's like. So when you can, awesome. But like, don't stress yourself out, especially with everything going on. And if you ever do feel like supporting directly, you can always go through my links in Lio. There's a lot of ways to find me. For those people who like a slightly more spicy version of Sanguine, go to the throne room. That has the keys to the kingdom in a lot of manners. If you are clever, you will find it. Aw, thank you. I mean, honestly, I'm myself. I always have been. For the people, especially who've been here longer, I tend to just pretty much show up as myself. Sometimes I'll do the persona, like in a Bathory or like a Grimwood. But yeah, for the most part, I just show up as myself. Because that's the easiest way to go about things. And yeah, I think I confuse people at times because they're like, this is different. This is odd. Is this the persona? I'm like, nah, this is just the person. You'll know it's a persona when I've got like a heavy accent on. Yeah, but for the most part, yeah, we sit, we chat, we banter, we have good fun, and sometimes a little bit of drama, and occasionally we get to deal with a decent troll or two. Sharks in Space on sale. You know, those are three things that sound fantastic. Sharks, space, sale, run with it. Especially since they're going out of business. Now, are they going like out of business, or are they just closing like a majority of their shops? Because the last Joanne walkthrough that I saw somebody do, that place was, honestly, you almost couldn't tell that they were going out of business because they were just as messy as they usually are. There was just a lot less on the shelves, and that's how you knew that they were going out of business. Oh, they're all going. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I thought something like 800 stores were closing and they were going to have like maybe 200 left or something to that effect, but yeah. Oh, good. Good. Yeah, they honestly, I worked at Joanne's shortly. Um, they were never good at having enough people on the schedule to keep the store well occupied and well cleaned. Their bathrooms were honestly heinous, so heinous. But yeah, like especially in the last couple years, they were running like skeleton crews of like two, maybe three people for an entire giant ass store. It was it was not great. It was really not great. Oh yeah, no, like I can only imagine how little of an F their store associates give anymore. That's fair. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Monique. If Michaels sold fabric, honestly, they could buy out Joann's at this point. If Michaels sold fabric, they could easily take over Joann's without even skipping a beat and get all all of the business because Hobby Lobby, beyond being wildly unethical, has really just subpar quality for so many of their items, apparently. Like, I've only stepped in there once and I was like, oh no, no, no. This is dollar store quality at Joann's prices. No, thank you. Oh, you poor thing. Yeah. Hey, if that's your only option, that's your only option. I'm not going to judge you on that. Like, sometimes you just can't help it. Oh, thanks so much. I will see you again tomorrow. About noonish, I will start doing a candle cleansing ritual. Yeah. A single pen for $15. Oh, that's no, that's too much. Dang, that is too much to be charging. Right? Oh, yeah, yeah. If people know anything about the downtown LA fabric district, I really hope that they get all of the business, especially like Fabric Hotel, Fabric Street, Rag Fighters. Oh yeah, awesome. See you around noon then. I hope. Hey, Demon, welcome back. Buy a lot of fabric for dog bandanas and bows for work, but I might try some online options. That's fair. That's fair. Um, Avoid Michael Levine's. They're overly expensive. They're super overly expensive. Um, but yeah, like I think we should start sharing details of like our favorite shops, especially online. I know that Mode Fabric, Mode, um, Blue Planet. Both of them are located in downtown LA, and I believe they have online ordering, and they have good quality fabric. So yeah. So I have white, red, green, blue, and orange. I think. Hey, how you doing, Lola? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I completely lost. Oh, I think I'm gonna do the orange one on my own, but I'll probably bring the at least the blue and the white to bless. Tomorrow, because we've got the Aries eclipse. Not Aries, I'm sorry, Mars eclipse tomorrow. Making sure it picked them all up. Surviving-ish, yeah. Clarity, creativity, I almost want to say like imagination, a lot of introspection, wealth, kind of that realm is the orange candle for a lot of stuff. Luckily, each color has like a slightly different whatnot. Sacral chakra. Wait, I thought sacral was red. Because, or am I thinking root? The one that is basically all the way at the bottom. So you've got crown, third eye, throat. Oh my god, I've drawn a blank. Hey, how you doing, Mads? Root, fair enough. Root, sacral, solar plexus, heart. See, and this is why I love doing these things. Because I know I don't have all of the answers, but I know that somebody out there, we're going to have somebody who's like more of an astrology person, a person who's more of a chakra person. We'll get the crystal girlies in here. I'm like, hell yeah. This would be the kind of coven that I would love to be a part of. One that has not just, oh my goodness, we all worship in the same way, yay! Like, nah. I want specialized. I want, you know, I want the astrology, and we got the chakras, we got the stones, we got the herbs, like, all of those. The sacred geometry, shape of a square. Hell yeah. I'm somewhere between sacral sacral, throat, and third eye are like my stronger suits, but they still need a little bit of refinement. I'll admit that. I need to refine them, but I understand why they're not overly refined, and that's mostly because I am constantly in survival mode. Partake of all of the above and then some. Well, I'm a hedge witch, meaning I don't have a dedicated coven. Chaos magic, I don't hardly do anything from rote memory. Candle magic tends to be one of my stronger suits. Honestly, I need so many more candles. I mean, you know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I was gonna fight you for a second, and I'm like, you know, you're not wrong. My chakras need a rose quartz knuckle duster realignment. Like that, and like part of me really wants to find a partner because I need a few things unblocked. And I'd also like to do something with that energy. I'm just saying. The accent is usually for in a battery, and I'm feeling super gender neutral. But I have the fangs in just so I speak a little bit more clearly, and it's a little bit easier to understand me. And we're doing a cold brew brown sugar latte. Candle work is like one of the... I like the amount of focus, and at the same point in time, I can also just set it and forget it, as it were. I can set the intentions for a while, but then I can just calm myself down and just let it burn and like check in on it every now and again. But I think for the next couple of casts that I do, I need to like really be focused and really set those intentions. Yes, it was. Yes, like Coven for American Horror Story is honestly my guilty favorite to watch. It's never too late to get in. And witchcraft does not always have to be, oh, Captain Uber serious. We're going to be nothing but, just hardcore chanting, dancing in the moonlight around a bonfire. We must, bow to a supreme... Nah. You can be super chill. There's some really fun and funky, witches out there and whatnot. So yeah, you can find your style and it can be absolutely perfectly valid. Not everybody has to be like a serious hardcore practitioner who only speaks to the dark old gods and whispers at the bright moonlight or at the crescent awakening. You're like, okay, you need to cool your tits. Like, yeah. I mean, you can. You're just not required to. You don't have to do everything. Some people are really good at being able to keep to a witch's calendar. I, on the other hand, half the time I'm asking everybody around me, like, is there something going on? Because I feel a shift, but I don't know, so I forgot what day it is. And they're like, oh, yeah, we're coming up on an eclipse. I'm like, didn't we just have one of those? They're like, yeah, we're having another. Like, okay, fine. Right. Go at it light and joyful. There is nothing wrong with that. Just make sure you're bringing an offering and that you're, letting the deities know, like, look, I'm just having a little jokey joke, a little bit of fun. Like, no serious need to be all up here. I'm not asking for anything serious. I'm just asking to enjoy my time. I mean, society says you're supposed to wear pantaloons, but what they don't know... It does sound kind of wonderful. Oh my god, I know. Freddie Mercury is in the microwave right now. And I think it's the end of the first week of April is when he goes away again, which will be helpful. At least I'm having a little bit better time speaking now. Last week was... I could not find words. But yeah. You're welcome. Yeah. Do you miss him? Do you? Well, Freddie Mercury, yes. I mean, the man was fantastic when it came to music, amongst so many other things. My God. Like, part of me wants to get to know Venus a bit better and all. At the same point in time, I'm like, I don't have a partner. And if I start fucking around with that Venus energy, I don't want to accidentally wake that dragon. Because if I don't have anybody to help me put that energy to good use, it can become very destructive. And that's, I think, how I ended up dating the Leo that just train wrecked my life. So... Oh, okay, I was like, you did what with mac and cheese? Oh. Hey. Right, get bent, Mercury. No, get unbent. Get fucking unbent. For the love... Get unbent. I don't need you to be bent anymore, you bastard. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, feeling a little bit low, a little rough, a little raw. Seven of Wands. Oh yeah, kind of fighty, kind of bitey. You don't say. Knight of Wands. Impetuous, brash, let's get going, let's get moving. Because that never causes problems. Two of Wands, having to kind of look at which path to take, patiently waiting for the thing to come to you. Strength. Needing to learn to balance between kindness, gentleness, but also not just emotional strength, but also physical strength and vice versa. Justice. I could use a good dose of her. Could definitely use a good dose of justice to get me where I need to actually be. Because honestly, fuck me, I feel fucking held back. 3 of Cups. Eat, drink, and be merry. I will be happy when that happens, to say the least, because I could use some revelry. And the Magician. Making something happen. Okay. I'm not mad at that. Oh, no worries, no worries. See you, Moon. Hello, my darlings. How do we do? I'll stick around for a bit longer. Tappy, 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 tappy. Share, share, share. Thank you. Let's see if anything pops out. If you are tapping, I will start doing some shuffling and maybe some drawing. Right. Survival and rage against the machine. That part. That part. Honestly, I don't want to even rage anymore. I want to be able to be soft and vulnerable. Okay. Few other things. Few other fun things, because... I'm in there. I'm securely in there. Well, I won't say super securely, but you know, it's not going anywhere. The joys of gravity. I believe in the laws of physics. I think I'm probably going to go to bed almost directly after this. Jesus. I swear these download speeds are absolutely the worst. Okay, so like weirdly enough, I got to sleep at about 1 in the morning and slept hard till about 6:30, and then I was awake for a good 2 hours. Took a quick dozing nap, and then was up and functional pretty much for the rest of the day from about 9 o'clock on. So yeah, I didn't even get, I tried to take a nap. I tried so hard to take a nap. Could not. I was tired. That's the whole reason I was laying down. I was tired, but I wasn't like sleepy. So I did take a lay down for about an hour today. But yeah, have not slept. So I'm hoping that means I've got enough tired in me to just be able to shift things around a little bit, get comfortable, and then just knock out for a good solid 4 or 5 hours. Because I'd like to get up at about 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, go catch the part of the solar eclipse at sunrise, and then I need to grab like 1 or 2 things so that I can do oh god, my brain just went derp. I want to grab a few things so I'm ready to do what I got to do when I'm doing DoorDash. But yes, I'm gonna try and get some stuff. Yep, went to the dollar store, got some nice big tower candles. I will be doing a noon candle blessing. I'm trying to decide whether I can find a place outdoors, but there are going to be a lot of people around, and I don't want to be too much in their space because I need to be able to concentrate. I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you on that. No, I got lucky that while they did have scented candles, they also had just regular plain candles with no extra added sainthood. Hey, Scarlett. Of course, they make it super hard to remove the damn sticker. Yay. I might have to soak the stickers off tonight. How you doing? These are not... Oh yeah, these are not nails meant for... Fuck. Well, I'll have to figure that one out later. Don't you love when you go to a place so often that they like, you walk in and they're like, hey, and you're like, damn it. Oh, I think this is actually a plastic cover. Okay, if that's a plastic cover. Thank you. Hey, Bella, how are you doing, dear? I'm hanging in as best I can. You know how it goes. Hey, Fisher. Hey, Mar. Yes. Oh my God, yes. Like, yes, it's great when you can go to a metaphysical store or an esoteric store that has like a really good vibe to it. Hello. And get, you know, like support small businesses. I absolutely adore that. But like sometimes you need something and you don't have a lot to spend. Dollar store items are perfectly valid and fine. Free 99 is also good. Like if you're out in nature and you can forage ethically, awesome. Like there's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's not about the cost. It's about the intention. It's about the focus. It's about the what you're putting into it, not just what you're putting into it. Ooh, tea theme. Nice. Tell me more, tell me more. There we go. Ta-da. Baby brew. Hey, how you doing, Anubis? How are you, my dear? Am I craving anything? I am craving something, but I cannot say it out loud. Been craving it for a while. The cravings are getting a lot stronger. But again, not easily procured. Phrasing. Well, let's put it this way. I think I may have figured out a deity that I was being called to work with, but I was being hard-headed about it, so... I need a good, thick, big, I need a lot of vitamin D. I need it so bad right now. Oh. Thank you. Very comfy is one of the ones I love. Thank you for noticing. Right. I'm just saying. CB. It's funny, like, you're either on one side or the other side. Just I'm West Coast, the joys thereof. Although I swear, if this whole thing, if we still exist in a year or so, if we can get some shit sorted out, I would absolutely love to tour around this nation, at least a little bit, and you'll go to a couple of different places. So yes, if you go up to the Blinks in Lio, it's $5 per card. There's a couple of ways that you can pay directly, and then you can buy between 1 and 10 cards depending on how much information you want and what you feel like. And then just come on back and we read live for you. I mean, at this point, maybe. I'm waiting to see, you know? Just saying. 2012 was wild. 2012 was wild. Hello. How's everybody doing? Come on in. Right. Like, hey, aliens, could you just come on down? I'm so done with paying rent. So tarot is just a form of divination. It's been around for a couple hundred years at this point, so it's definitely one of the newer forms of divination. It's much more like setting up a roadmap, so you understand where you are, what's going on around you, kind of the possible stops along your journey. But it's their gentle road signs. So it's not like they're hard and fast. It's not like they're completely immutable. They're just telling you, okay, if you're headed down this path, these are some of the things that are going on around you, some of the stuff that's behind the scenes. This is the path that you are currently going down. And if you continue on this path, these are the likely outcomes. So if you want to change those outcomes, now is a good time to put in the effort to change the path. Now, each person reads a little bit differently. Some people do more clairvoyant, where they can actually see faces and numbers and names and all that kind of stuff. I am an intuitive. I get a lot of feeling, a lot of dubious knowledge. I will get a feel for the situation, but I rarely get like somebody's face who is not just a representative thereof of a card that has been pulled. I don't really ever wish necessarily for clairvoyance, because that would be a lot of information in my head on the daily, and no thank you. I actually have some seashells. I have some abalone shells. I don't know what it is. Like seashells, like conch shells, that kind of stuff. Those don't ever seem to call to me, but things like abalone shell, flat shells, whelk shells, those call to me for some reason. Oh no, you're fine. Oh, okay. Got a 3-card pull. Yeah, it can't be. Yeah, like for the clairvoyants that I have known. Yeah, because they can walk into a room and it can be overwhelming. So. Oh, okay. There should be CA, there should be a Venmo. Throne actually takes payments as well. I'm working on setting up at least one international option. It just takes me a hot minute to kind of get everything in order, and I've had a lot going on lately, so I keep juggling, and then I'm working on it though. We'll pull 3 cards. No worries. is with all the... Like, that is at least the 4th time that I've yawned. I'm not a yawner. I'm honestly not a yawner. That is almost the 4th time I've yawned today. I know that I'm sitting up decently straight, so... You are correct. Okay, so hermit card. Seclusion to the point of becoming a bit recluse, but not in the worst of ways. You just had a lot going on and you needed your space. So while you may have put in the appearance every now and again as the village hermit, you didn't really like stick around to like socialize, exchange recipes, anything like that. Part of the seclusion feels like you pulled back because you really needed to heal. You needed to deal with some interpersonal stuff. They feel like very, very old wounds, but sometimes those are actually the hardest to heal because they get given to you when you're so young. But you pull back. You're doing your hermit thing, but you're also ready to move forward. So you're like, okay, we need to get back into the swing of things. 3 of Cups. Eat, drink, and be merry. Or Sandy, or, you know. So, yes, it feels like you're looking to kind of get back into society, into where the people are. I wanna see them dancing. Don't ask. Don't ask. Partying can definitely be fun. And when I say partying, I just, like going out, being with people can be very fun. But you've been in hermit mode long enough that it is also a little bit draining. And you kind of have to build that stamina up. So if you're going to go and you're going to go party, oh, thank you so much, Snow. If you're going to go out, if you're going to do things, pace yourself. Make sure that you've, got a little Gatorade on deck, or that, you're taking care of yourself. And that you're not going like full tilt, full broke, because that you'll burn yourself out so fast doing that. But yeah, go, enjoy. In fact, be the designated driver. That is perfectly fine. Because now you're just getting back into being around people. You're getting back into the rhythm of, okay, how do people interact? How do we have fun here? Observing, almost wallflower-esque, but not so much like, not introverted, just taking in the scene, as it were. And enjoying it, definitely enjoying the vibe. So, there's nothing wrong with that. So the Fool. Fool, not folly. So folly would mean kind of tripping over your own feet, becoming the laughing stock thereof, just being out of sorts, and people just, oh man, this one, ugh. But no, this feels much more like a fool out of their element, not a fool committing folly. So don't worry about looking odd or being the odd man out, or What is the word I'm looking for? Don't worry about being the jester. Don't worry about being like the court jester, the one that everybody makes fun of. Even though you're out of your depth, you still recognize that sometimes that is part of the journey, and that some journeys start the hard way by tripping down the stairs. Be open to a slightly rocky start. You'll get back on your feet, but yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be something that definitely tests your nerve. Like, can I deal with a little bit of little bit of possible good-hearted ridicule, or is that gonna make me crumble? Honestly, just pop back up, shake it off, continue on the journey. You'll be fine, but it is going to test your patience, and I don't think other people are going to understand that it's testing your patience, because you're in that hermit mode solidly in a lot of regards. Yeah, get some humor back in the life. Get some humor back in there. Take it on the chin, but don't take it too solidly. Honestly, showing a little grace. Showing a little grace will dissipate any perceived slighted laughter, as it were. But yeah, no, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. You're definitely headed for something new. It's just going to be a little bit of a rocky start when you get to it. Once you pop back up, it's much smoother sailings. The dawn will rise again. Yeah. Finally got re-signed up with DoorDash. Gonna do them for a while. Try and get my feet all the way up under me. If like some of the other stuff that I have going on, like my artwork or my verified sites, if those start picking up and growing an audience, then I'll slowly kind of pull back from doing DoorDash. But right now I have got to pay some bills, so it is what that is. So yeah. Yes, anybody can technically read tarot. A lot of times it's rote memory when it comes to the cards, because each card has a meaning. So it's get yourself a deck that really calls to you, something that pulls to you. Read the book. Get yourself super familiarized with what each card means. Get as much of that information as you can. And when you get really comfortable with that, then start leaning into some of the gifts that you have. And that will help give your readings a lot more clarity, a lot more insight, a lot more, I call it flavor. But yeah, it will also help strengthen the gifts once you already know what you're doing when it comes up. And you're like, oh, I know this card. You learn kind of how to lean, where to lean, which door to open to get more information. So yeah. I've got about 20, yeah, I got about 20 minutes therein. How's everybody doing? Hey, Krabby. don't know why, is anybody else hearing like a ringing? Not like a tinnitus, but like a loud light, if you know what I mean. For those people who have ears sensitive enough to hear certain types of light bulbs. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Come on in. Come on down. Right? Even when I've had all of the lights off today, there are times that it sounds like there is almost like a fluorescent light on, that kind of very, very high-pitched sound, which I am amazed I can still hear that particular sound at the age I am. Give me half a second. I'm going to grab a banana. I'm going to pop my fangs off, because I don't feel like swallowing those. I don't know why I don't know why I have that particular melody in my head. Hello, hello. I know I'm forgetting something right now. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to completely space kid that off. I'm like, I know I am forgetting something right about now. I know. Well, if we all manifest stability and audience growth in my very near future, so that I can be stable enough to get out on my own into my own space, I would love to be able to start doing that again. I really like being able to have my own space, and there's been nothing wrong with this place, but it's not my own space, and I really need my own space. A place where I can dictate, when, where, why, what, how, all those kind of good things. So, but yeah. Ooh, 21K. Nice. We'll save this for a different day. That is strength training right there. But we can at least do. I always have like one or two of these on hand. So. Notice that is just a mark. Because this trick doesn't work if it's at all damaged, but yeah. So basically, we're going to suck the air out of a soda can. Pretty easy. Again, this is finesse versus strength. Strength would be something like that. And I don't think I've done this particular shape and thickness of can just yet. So I'd be worried about damaging myself. I'm going to have to do at least one or two test runs off camera. So that I can figure out what the best method for that would be. But in the meantime, shall we? Really? I can't count today? Hmm. 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 Dang. Yeah, that one's gonna take some doing. I keep feeling myself just like wanting to just rest. So I'm going to actually listen to my body, especially since I am a type of person who has insomnia at times, especially if I try and push it too hard. But I will be back tomorrow. I plan on being on at about noon. I'll try and make that a solid noon to do a candle blessing. If you would like to participate, if you'd like to come along, you can bring your own supplies on your side and do the thing. If you wish to donate towards or support, by all means, Blinkser and Lio, I do appreciate that. But if nothing else, if you haven't already gone over to YouTube and joined there, I would highly suggest, because if anything goes down, if anything stops working here on this app, I'm gonna go over there to help like reconvene and figure out where we're going from there. So feel free to follow me on over there. That would be absolutely fantastic. And as I get that all squared up and squared away, that will also bring in some more abilities to generate revenue. So yeah. Yes, I am Pacific Standard Time. I'm in Southern California. So I'm West Coast. So it'll be my noon, East Coast 3 o'clock. I would highly suggest go through the Blinks and Lio. Over on that, I am Sanguine Bathory. So yeah, no worries. Oh, we're going to do a candle blessing. I'm doing, I think I'm going to do one white and one blue, so protection and clarity. I've got a early morning candle blessing that I'm going to do for a bit of creativity insight. But I will do like a group, basically a group one for clarity and protection. White for clarity, blue for protection. I am a Chaos Witch, so if you have a particular pantheon, or if you need like a rote spell, rote memorization type spell, go ahead and create one for yourself, by all means. I tend to be very much from the heart, from the head, how I feel, my intention in that moment. So, yeah. I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. I will have, of course, tarot cards with me. I think I'm going to be on my verified site tomorrow night. Because I really, really, really want to grow the audience over there. So, yeah, got to figure that all out. But yeah, thank you all so much. I very much appreciate it. I hope you have a lovely rest of the evening. Get some rest, please. Water, food, rest. And especially before April 5th, sorry, tangent, especially before April 5th with all of the scheduled marching that is slated to be done en masse, people showing up to really show not only their support but how they feel about everything that's going on right now. I would highly suggest doing at least 1 or 2 nights of protection spells. Warding, all that kind of good stuff, just so that you're the most prepared before you go and do anything of any variety. So, have a lovely night, my darlings.